Yeah. You've got what, Steve? Chlamydia? Don't want any of that shit, mate. Never done drugs, don't touch them. Stick them up your ass. Punctured bicycle on a hillside desolate. Will nature make a man of me yet? Alright everyone! Boyakasha! It's Kev Ashford here. It's VanCam time! You've been waiting for it, so here it is. Well, I don't know whether you've been waiting for it or not. This week, it's Arsenal at Old Trafford. That means the Wenger bus is coming. Dave! Dave! You're supposed to do it then? Jesus Christ. One job you had, Disco Dave. Why did he even call you that? You said you were a DJ. Yeah. And when I say the Wenger bus is coming, the song comes on. Not now. It's too late, mate. Joke's gone. So, mate, you might even me to come on VanCam. I give you one job, Dave. One simple job. And you couldn't get it right. If this video gets dislikes, they're coming at you, mate. I'm putting them down to you. Sorry. Yay! The United stand. Kev Ashford here. How are we all? The Wenger bus is... Not now! Joke's gone! Shit the bed. The Wenger bus is coming. This weekend, Man United are playing Arsenal. The sun has just decided to come out and absolutely blind me. But I'll try and crack on anyway. If you're wondering why I've got my hood up and a hat on, it's cold. Yeah? So no beef about that. But before we get into the game and that, what can we touch on through the week? It's got to be Rooney, hasn't it? I mean, for God's sake, man. A man goes out and has, you know, lets his hair down. He ain't got much of it anymore. You know, goes out, enjoys a couple of drinks. Yeah, probably a few more than... Not a few more than me, actually. He just went out and enjoyed himself. What is wrong with that? The way that people were carrying on this week in the paper, he's finished. They need to take the captaincy off him. Not good enough. He went for a few drinks. Nothing's mentioned about the England players that went to a nightclub and left at 5 in the morning. But because Rooney was in a hotel and gets, you know, photographed. And here's the thing. People are too quick to judge footballers these days. Now, I'm not Rooney's biggest fan. Certainly I'm not. I don't really want to defend him. But on this one, you know, he's locked up in a hotel room. And we're all quick to judge and say that footballers are, you know, they don't know about what real life is. And they live in, you know, a little box. And they've got no time for fans or anything. So Rooney, these people wanted him to spend the night in a hotel. Now he's decided not to go out, and there's a wedding going on. They've asked him if he would like to join, you know, the party. He has. He's gone along, enjoyed himself. He didn't kick off, did he? He's not floored anyone. He's not threw a drink at anyone. And here's the thing. If this couple invited him to the wedding, and he didn't go, it would have been in the paper. He did go, and it's in the paper. So he's in a lose-lose situation anyway. So he picked the right option. Go out, get levered, enjoy yourself. You didn't have a game coming up. Fair play to you. That's all I can say. If you hadn't have done it, the front page of the paper would have been... What would it have been? Rooney ruined my birthday, my wedding, something along the lines of that, wouldn't it? And you'd have had a bride sat there in tears, front page of the paper. Wayne Rooney, you know, it just goes to show that these footballers have lost sense of you know, reality, and They've got no time for people. And if it was the other way round and Scotland had beaten England and there was Scotland players did the same thing, let's just say they had kilts on, the pints going everywhere, singing along to I Would Walk 500 Miles, they would have been legends. Everyone in Scotland would have said they were absolute legends. Look at them, they've got time, they're down to earth. That's the thing with Rooney, innit? But I suppose he's there to be shot down, and if he puts himself in that position, which he has, that's what's happened. Anything else in the news this week? Not really, because it's been a slow week, hasn't it? We've got Arsenal coming up. Arsenal, they're a good footballing side, but they do it every season, don't they? And they're always on about net spend, Arsenal fans. They must all be accountants or something, them lot. They must get the calculator out the minute any other club signs a player. Like Pogba. You see all these tweets flying about, you know, oh, well, they've bought him for that and they've sold a few players, so by my calculations, you know, they've still spent about 80 million here. Who cares? And this is a club whose supporters have been brainwashed by the actual board of their own club and Arsene Wenger. Move into this lovely new stadium in the Emirates, which has got no atmosphere, but they keep feeding them shit every year because they don't sign big name players, saying, wait until we paid off the Emirates. When we've got this paid off, we will be a force. And then you find the fans saying the same shit. They brainwash a lot of them, so they come out with stuff like that. But as a game, it has lost its edge slightly to what it has been over the years. I mean, Keane Vieira, that was the pinnacle for me. I mean, them battles in the midfield were amazing. They were great to watch. Great games, them. Always pretty tight, and every single one of them players running through brick walls, flying into challenges. It doesn't really happen today. You can't really tackle, can you? Yeah, you can't really tackle. But yeah, Keane and Vieira, that's one of the best moments, wasn't it, in the tunnel? You know, big lad like Vieira goes along the line. Who can he pick on? Pick on Gary Neville. He seems a soft touch. I'll go for him. I'm bigger than him. And what followed was obviously Roy Keane giving Vieira dog's abuse, which was right. I see you out there on the pitch. I thought you were a nice guy. Yeah, that's what he said. Something along the lines of that anyway. But it was good. I like that. And I remember being in the pub at the time watching that, and we couldn't really hear what was going on. Time before social media and all that, so it wasn't, you couldn't just get out your phone and have a click. Had a few phones started ringing in the pub, and word got around then that we knew something had happened in the tunnel, but we didn't know what had been said. And obviously word got around then that, you know, Keane said, I'll see you out there on the pitch. The atmosphere turned in the pub. It was great. It got everybody G'd up. Everybody was well up for that match then. And that shown going into that performance, every one of them players wanted to win that game, and we did. But it just gives that lift to the fans as well. I think we are missing that at the minute. And I've heard a lot of people saying we need to sign a Roy Keane, warrior type midfielder. But I just think the way the modern game's going now, we don't really have them. Barcelona have dominated, you know, with Xavi and Iniesta as a midfield pairing. And you look at all these top clubs now, there's not many top class sort of tough tackling midfielders. And that's because, like I said before, tackling has really gone out the game. Used to be an art, now it's not. The other thing that was in the news this week, bit off subject, but safe standing. It's been apparently they've took it to the Premier League clubs this year. Who is against this, honestly? Who in the right mind can say that it's not a good idea? Don't get me wrong, right? If we bring the Hillsborough disaster into it, it was a terrible tragedy. It probably could have been and should have been prevented, but we will never see the likes of that again, even with safe standing. You need to, if you don't understand it and you just hear the word standing and you're like, no, we can't go back to them days, do a bit of research into it and look. It's worked in Germany. The atmosphere there at Dortmund and that is mint. And why can't it work at Old Trafford? There's one bugbearer of mine not going to Old Trafford, as much as it pains me going because I think the atmosphere and everything is shit, is people telling you to sit down, people telling you, more or less looking at you like you're a dickhead if you try singing a song out loud. Just get this group of people. I know they tried doing it with the singing section, but if we have one area behind a whole stand behind the goal, put them all together in there. Let the prawn sandwich brigade sit and, oh, well done, you know, and let them have their day out, the cinema or the theatre or whatever they're carrying on about. Let the bigwigs talk shit about business deals and whatever they're doing. Let them go in at half time and eat cheese and crackers and drink red wine. But let's put the people that want to create the atmosphere together and let them stand. For Christ's sake, when people sing at church, the priest tells them to stand up. Yeah. Forgot where I'm going with this now. But like, alright, yeah. No, sorry, I'm just saying that standing makes a better atmosphere. Who the hell? Let's say the Stone Roses were playing there back at the Etihad last summer, or the summer just gone. When I rang up buying tickets, I wasn't looking for seating tickets for a concert. You having a laugh? You want me to be stuck up in the gods, sat down while the Stone Roses are playing? No, thank you. You want to be stood up, jumping around like a balloon. It's the same with football, and that's where the atmosphere has really changed over the years. You can say whatever you want. United's become a big club. Day trippers, yes, because if somebody's coming to Old Trafford for the first time and this is going on every single home game, they're not going to know the songs. They might not even be able to speak the language. That just goes to show the fact that people sell books outside Old Trafford that have the words of these songs in to try and help the atmosphere. These tits that buy half and half scarves. But that's just the way it's got. It's just like modern day football. And the minute United, you know, announce themselves as, you know, a PLC, they always knew that they could get, you know, bought and taken over. It is sad. But say standing. It has to come in this. It's been rumbling on for years. The Safe Standing campaign, they've been on about it. It's been debated. And I've not heard one good argument yet against it. I've not one good argument. If anyone wants to throw it up, throw it into me. There's safety rails. You literally stood where you would be seated, but there won't be that surge towards the crowd. I remember being in the Stretford end as a kid, shitting myself. A goal went in, you ended up about 20 rows down near the front, looking for me dad. Dad, where are you? Picking me up off the floor under a pile of people. It was scary. This would not happen. Hull this season away. Rashford scores in the last minute. One person broke the wrist and one broke the leg. And that was because Rashford ran to the crowd and all the crowd surged forward. If you had Safe Standing, wouldn't have happened. They wouldn't have the surge. You've got a barrier either side, front and back of you. It's not going to happen. That covers the shit that I've got to say today. Let me know what you think on Safe Standing and that. Good idea? Maybe not. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. Obviously follow the United Stand. I do this for them. You can follow me at KevinAshford7 on all the usual shit. Twitter, that's what, God, Instagram. And YouTube as well. Obviously the United Stand, but got my own one that I just throw my VanCams on. Trying to get that up and kicking. So if you want to subscribe to that, feel free. I've only got 76 subscribers. Yeah, might have 100 after this maybe. Praying for subscribers. No, do what you want. I always say that. I'm not going to pressurise you into it. Is that it? Yeah. Apologies at the start, Disco Dave. When I tried doing a bit of a gag there, saying the Wenger bus is coming. Steve! No, mate. God, how did he ever become a disc jockey? Disco Dave, they told me, he used to do gigs down in the Red Lion there. Bloody useless, man. Give him one job to do. Let's see what's on Smooth. Bit early for Christmas songs. Anyway, United this week taking on the Arsenal. Arsenal. There's one reason I want to beat them. I always want to beat whoever we're playing. I don't give a shit who it is. I want United to win. But the one main reason is if we beat them, do you know what you can do? You go home. I'll be going home from the match. Phone out, laptop out, whatever. I'm getting on Arsenal TV. I want to see the meltdown. It's great. Grown men arguing with themselves. Oh, it's not that bad, mate. It wasn't that bad. It fucking was, you cunt. We got fucking beat 4-1. No, Wenger needs to stay in. Going at each other. Love it. All in the club shop, all the gear on. I want to see that. I want to see Piers Morgan lose the plot. I want to see him lose it big time. And come out with Wenger out. He's in, he's out. Shake it all about. I want to see it. It's going to happen. I'm sure it will. I am confident. I'm not doing extensive research this weekend because when I did it the other week, well, the 4 weeks in a row and we didn't get a single win, I didn't do it for the Swansea game and we won. I'm a superstitious guy, so I'm not going to do it. What I will do is put the hard hat on and shout to the top of my voice, come on United! Let's do this! Disco Dave my ass. It started with a kiss. Never thought it would come to this.